everybody, thanks for coming to my gravity yoga class. Let's just come into a mat so we can start some centering before we go into our warm up and then our gravity yoga stretches. Maybe you want to sit on your heels and that's also good. Maybe put a pillow in between if you want to feel more comfortable with a straight back, or sitting down cross legs. Entirely up to you. Let's just find that centering, rooting down from the sit bones, straight back, relax the shoulders to the back, to the front, find that neutral place to be. Release the hands to the knees and just take a deep breath in and out. And let's just breathe naturally first, in and out through the nose. And you can tuck your chin a little bit in and then constrict the back of the throat, so almost like you're snoring sound. So just breathing in and out. So just connecting with your breath. Noticing the sensations of your breath, the noises of your breath. And now we're going to practice a little bit the gravity yoga breathing. So we're going to breathe in through the nose for 4, and then we're going to breathe out through the mouth for 8. So let's all do it together, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try again, breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Just a couple more, breathing in, breathing out. So not forcing the air in or out, noticing the belly naturally contract at the end of your exhalation. One more breath. So this is how you should be breathing while you're holding your stretches in gravity yoga as much as possible. So let's just start to bring some movement now into our body by starting to rotate your shoulders to the back slowly first, and not such wide, and then inverting, starting slowly, small circles, and then maybe a little bit bigger if it feels good. Let's breathe the arm all the way up, reach up to the stars, and then place the right hand on the floor and just reach and open. Press on the hand so you can open the chest here and reach to the side. And let's go to the other side, breathing in and then breathe out. Feel this really lovely opening here on the side. And this time breathe in and breathe out, but maybe bending the elbow and trying to come a little bit deeper, only if it feels good. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Let's breathe and bring those hands away so that the arms are parallel to the floor, the fingers are pointing to the ceiling. Feel the lovely sensation in your hands, point the fingers down and up and down, and then maybe a little bit of rotation here of your wrists in one direction and then inverting. Now let's place the right hand on the left knee, breathe in, feel your spine lengthening from the crown of the head, and as you breathe out, look into the back, using your back arm straight and strong to support you here. And then again, breathe in, changing sides, and as you breathe out, you twist. Now let's come with both hands to the front and let's just curl here your core. So you're tucking it up, so you're bringing the tailbone closer and tucking the chin, and now we reverse it. So tailbone to the back, pubic bone to the front here, and then again breathing out and breathing in when you can fall. One more, breathing out, breathing in, and this time if you want to, you can come through your right and just have a twist here. So you're using this hand, pressing on the knee a little bit, so you can have a little bit more lever, so you can turn here and then breathe in and breathe out to this side. And if it feels good, breathe in and come through the back as you breathe out, and come over to this side, and again to reversing, breathing in, out, and in again. Release everything, shake everything, the arms if you need to. Just bring the hands to this side, bring your knees down. If you're using a mat here, you can just, a blanket, you can just remove it now. We're going to start some more standing warm-up before we go into our seated stretches. So very gently come up, face the other side of the mat here. Now we want to bring the feet under the hips and the toes a bit turning to the side. So feet under the hips and then turn the toes a bit to the side. So you might need to open a bit more the feet when you go into our low squats. Let's see. Breathing in all the way up. Stretch your arms and spread your fingers to the sky, and then make fists, cross the forearms and come all the way down in a low squat. So you may want to just stay here, and this is very good to be. If you want to come deeper, maybe bring your hands to the floor and then just move a little bit around until you find that place where you can bring both heels down, and then just cross your forearms, make your fists and tuck your chin to your chest. And then we're going to go press through the feet to rise again, breathing in. And then breathing out, cross the forearms, make fists coming all the way down, or staying a bit on your higher squat if you want to. Breathe in again, and breathing out, crossing the forearms, coming down. Now this time we're going to place the hands on the floor, wherever you are, even if you're here. Place the hands on the floor, bring the weight into your hands so you can turn the toes, pointing the toes to the wrists, and then bend the knees a little bit and just let your chest rest a little bit here for a while. And then when you're ready, just start to walk your hands into a downward facing dog. So feet hip distance apart now, so bring them a little bit closer if you can, and hands shoulders distance apart. Now you're looking at your knees or at your navel, and you're pressing through the floor with your feet and hands really strong, feeling that energy. Now you can bend the knees here as much as you need to if you're still very stiff in your hamstrings. That's all good. Now from here, I want you to bring the weight into your hands, but you're going to curl the top of your back, so protracting those shoulder blades. And if this is too hard, it's okay, you can drop the knees to the floor at any time. If not, just come into a plank here, and then from here, you're going to try and push the floor away and return again to your downward facing dog. So again, you can come here, drop the knees and just stay here, but whatever you do, tuck the chin and protract the shoulder blades, so you're really curving the top of your back. If you're here, you're kind of like in a plank, but a bit more curvy at the top, and then push back again. Now we're going to go one more into this modified plank, and now we're going to look down to the floor. Now, you can be on your knees here, that's entirely fine. If not, you can just try and see if you can lift one hand only. But we want to lift not bending the knee, so with a straight arm. All right, and just a tiny little bit, you don't need to lift much. So, just a little bit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touch down, and the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch down. Now you could be doing all this here, okay? That's okay. Now we're gonna lift the feet. So if you can just lift one leg like this if you want to for 5, or if you're here, let's lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch down, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, touch down, push the floor away, come back into your downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to your feet, bend the knees. You can grab your elbows here, just dangle a little bit from side to side if you want to. Maybe some yeses and nos. And just take a moment here. Now we're going to come up into our first gravity yoga stretch. So I'm just going to need to get my timer. We're going to come into a dolphin, which is a pose I don't usually do with you, so you're going to enjoy, I hope. So from where you are, you're just going to walk the hands again and drop the knees, so you're kind of like in a tabletop. Shoulders on top of your wrists, hips on top of your knees. And then from here, we're going to come into your forearms, but I want you to still keep the shoulders on top of your elbows. Try to keep the forearms parallel here. The palms are pressing down, and now all we have to do is tuck the toes and come into a down dog, but with the forearms down, it's called a dolphin. Now, I'm going to put the timer for 4, so I'll hold time for 4 minutes. If you think it's too much, at any time, drop the knees and then sit back down into a child's pose, all right? So let's set ourselves, tuck the toes, and let's come into a dolphin pose. Just stretching the legs as much as you can, so you can keep them a little bit micro-bended if you need to, and then just push away so you can get your head in between your upper arms. So the ears should be close to your biceps here, your shoulders. Just try to look at your knees if you can and hold it. Breathing in and breathing out. In through the nose for 4, out through the nose for 8. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, breathe out. So in this pose, we can't really apply our wet noodle, the first principle of gravity yoga, because we need to have our arms and our legs engaged in this pose to keep us in this position. But we can try to relax our head. So our head shouldn't be touching on the floor here, so it should be dangling, but relax. So try to relax. You should naturally be looking at your ankles here or at your knees, but just try to relax. It's a modified dolphin. Everything is modified in gravity yoga because we don't want to be pulling. We want to just relax and use gravity to take us deep into the stretches. So let's breathe in for 4. Breathing out through the mouth for 8. Now, as always, like I said, if it gets too much, you can bend the knees, have a break. You can always come back up again, or you can just sit back into your child's pose. I need to check this timer, too far away from me. We still have a little bit of time. So just listen to your body and don't force it. Don't be in a place that your body's telling you that it doesn't want to be. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Now let's all just try and see what happens if we bend the knees a little bit here. Notice the little release now you get from your hamstrings. We're stopping the stretch reflex. We're cutting the circuit now.
So our muscle is going to be able to relax more. And when we extend the legs again, we will be able to feel a better stretch on our hamstrings. So if you want to do that, try and contract your quads so you straighten your knees and notice the difference. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Almost there, just one more breath together. So press the palms of the hands and the whole of the forearms on the floor to help you here. So you're not putting all the stress in the shoulders. So everything is working here to help keep you upright in this position. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, very gently, bring the weight forward, drop the knees down, bring the toes together, and then create a little bit more space in between your knees, and then just relax down into your child's pose. Now, I want you very gently to circle the arms to the back, bring the palms to the ceiling. So you're just resting here, releasing that tension from your arms, from your forearms, from your hands. Just relaxing here. Try to relax your shoulders here too. Maybe a little bit of movement from side to side. Maybe even just a little bit of shoulder rotating here. Just be careful staying away from painful ranges. Now bring the hands to the floor and gently, gently pull yourself up. But take your time. Sometimes the blood, when the head is low for quite some time, makes you feel dizzy when you stand up. So just be very careful. Now come into, keep your knees wide, and just make sure that you come a bit forward so that the shoulders are on top of your wrists. And then also make sure that the hips are in the line of the knees here, so you're not too to the front or too to the back. So just this alignment, hips on top of the knees, toes can still be together, and your shoulders on top of your wrists. Now bring your back hand to the middle line here and breathe in, and as you breathe out, try to twist here. So bringing your right hand up, just feeling this lovely twist, and then maybe you want to bring the arm to the back and just try to reach to the back there. How does this feel? Or maybe if it feels okay, how about just bringing the arm to the back, so you're kind of like wrapping it around your waist. Keep pressing the floor and twisting here. And then releasing as you breathe out. Let's come to the other side. Breathing in, reaching, feeling the lovely stretch. And now let's see how it feels. Breathe in and reach to the back as you breathe out. And maybe you just want to stay here and this is enough for you. But if you do want more, you can bring the back of the hand to your waist so the palm is facing forwards or outwards. And then just wrap so that you can open the top shoulder more, open your chest, feel that circular energy on your chest opening here. And this was just a little reset pose. So let's come into our next stretch. We've got a pigeon pose. So you're going to need some blocks and maybe bricks. So these are the blocks, the more looks like the bricks looks more like a bricks from a house. The blocks are a little bit wider but thinner. So these are the blocks. So you might need a few or some books or even rolled up towels if you have there. Let's just place it close together and come into a tabletop again. And then you're going to bring could be your front leg. Your front leg, the knee comes to the same wrist, and then place the shin a bit further towards the little skinny side of the mat. Now, you're here, you're gonna need probably some bricks and blocks here. Let's start with that. So let's bring, say, a block and a brick to start with. And then we're going to either stay with the foot closer to the groin,
Or you're going to try and bring the hip there on the blocks and try to see if you can move the foot a bit so the chin here is parallel to the skinny side of the mat, and then you flex the foot to protect the knee. So this is probably too high for me. I'm just going to remove this one. And so the idea here is that we bring the shoulders as square as we can to the skinny side of the mat, to the front, all right? And then if you have your bricks, you can maybe place them in front here, so you can stay upright here for now. Now, if this is too hard for you, bring that foot closer to your groin, no problem. 3 minutes on each side. So, timer is on. We start here with the arms stretched and strong, so we can just support here or back. But we want to relax completely the back leg. We want to relax the neck. And let's just breathe in and out. Breathing in for 4, through the nose, breathing out through the mouth for 8. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Now, as you start to relax your body, and as you start to come a little bit more flexible, just bring maybe the forearms to the bricks if it feels good. You don't have to. If you can bring them, then just bring them and find that place where your body is telling you that it wants to be. Try to relax. Breathe in and breathe out. If you have more bricks and blocks, maybe take one to support your forehead, so that way you really feel your neck and your upper trapezius fibers really relax. So you can just really surrender to the pose and apply the first principle of gravity yoga, wet noodle. Let's breathe in, breathing out. As we breathe this very slow breathing from gravity yoga, we're stimulating our parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. And our muscles relax more so we can come deeper into the stretches. As you go along, you can modify your props, modify their positions to adapt to your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Just noticing the sensations in your body and knowing that in gravity yoga, it doesn't matter so much our alignment. We don't have to have a perfect alignment. It's more about what you're feeling right now. So breathe in and breathe out and notice where you're having the sensations in your body. One more breath together. Breathing in and breathing out. And then gently, gently placing the palms down, bringing those hands under the shoulders again, so you can push the floor away. So you can release this leg and just come into a child's pose just for a moment here. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to go and do everything on the other side. And you might notice that on this side things are either easier or harder. So let's find out. Alright, so coming to a tabletop, and let's bring the back knee towards the same wrist and then just bend the knee. So bend the lower leg so you can just relax this leg down here now. And again, you've got the option of bringing this heel closer to your groin or the chin more parallel to the skinny side of the mat. You can also bring the bricks and start maybe by sitting on one here so that your hips stay a little bit more leveled. And then if you can, again, bring the chin parallel to the skinny side. You might need to adjust now the body so that you feel that your shoulders now are more square to the front. Flexing this foot to protect the natural congruity of your knee joint, always very important. We want to keep it as a hinge. We don't want to have any rotational moves there that can potentially injure the knee joint. So let's bring the bricks here and let's put the counter and the time, stop time, and let's go breathing in for 4, breathing out for 8. Starting to relax our body, noticing the feeling of gravity pulling you down here, the sensations in your body as your body starts slowly to sink into earth. And as you breathe, maybe you decide you want to come with your forearms down, or maybe not. Wherever you are, try to relax as much as you can your head and your legs and pretty much everything you can. You might need to have some strength, some weight here on your arms so they are active, supporting you here. But apart from that, try to relax as much as you can. And again, we have a hold time of 3 minutes. Kind of like halfway, and if you need to come out of it earlier, you know what to do. So just trying to relax and using your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Noticing sensations, noticing the differences from your right and left side. Is it easier on this side or harder? And where are you feeling the stretch here exactly? So this is quite intense hip opener. On our front leg we have external rotation of the hip and hip flexion. On the back leg, this straight leg here, we've got hip extension. So noticing where are you feeling in your muscles this stretch, maybe more on your front bent leg, and whereabouts are you feeling the stretch. Maybe you want to come a little bit deeper, removing some of the props, maybe not. Let's have a couple of breaths more together, breathing in and breathing out. And one more breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Gently bring your hands down under the shoulders so you can push the floor away, so you can lift your bent leg, gently bring it to the back, toes together, knees a bit wider here. Breathe in, breathe out into your child's pose. Maybe a little bit of movement here. Maybe you want to bring the hands to the front so your chest now is on top of this knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's come to the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's come back to the center. Let's come into one more gravity yoga stretch. So, let's come into a wide leg forward fold. So we're sitting down with the legs quite wide now. And again, here you might need some pillows or a bolster. Let me just get a couple of pillows. It's always handy to have these by your side. Sit down with the legs as wide as you can, but also if this is not comfortable, please bring the pillows under your knees. So maybe this is more comfortable for you, like right here, but try not to fall back here. So try to bring the pelvis forward so that maybe adjust, bring the hands to the back so you feel like your sit bones are really rooting down. Relax your legs, you don't need to engage your legs here. And you can just stay here, and that's a good place to be. If you do not need the pillows under the knees, you can just remove them for now. Maybe you want to bring a break here. We're going to be 4 minutes on this one. So again, if it's too much, you know what to do, you can just come out of it. So let's breathe in, and as we breathe out, we bring the hands here to the front. Now we want to bring again the pelvis forwards, the tailbone to the back. So we have an anterior pelvic tilt here. And you can just stay first initially with the arms straight here. And maybe this is where you want to be today. Straight back, straight neck, so we're not really curving or forcing anything. If you can't even go even that deep, just bring a couple of bricks. Bring a couple of bricks and just stay here. Just as long as you feel still a stretch under your legs. Otherwise, maybe coming a little bit deeper here, maybe you want to come into the forearms, if you can. And again, you always have the option to bring two of the bricks and be like this, okay? And maybe even one more, and then you can use it to support your forehead. So breathing in for 4, breathing out for 8. Just take a moment here to just breathe. If it's more comfortable for you, you can bring the pillows now here under your belly, all right? And then you can just have a nice support here. So if you can have more pillows, stack up with some more pillows if you need to. You could be up here and then just support the head down here. You know, just adapt it to your body. Just breathing in and breathing out. So it's more important to feel that sensation in the backs of your leg. So your adductors and your hamstrings really starting to stretch here. And as you relax in the pose, notice that you can come deeper, that gravity is helping you. So if it's okay, if you want to come out of the pose just for a moment, so we can again feel that stretch reflex and take a moment here, and then when you come deeper again, you will notice you are able to come a little bit deeper than you were before. So breathing out. Just again noticing the sensations in your body. Noticing where you're feeling the stretch. Maybe you're feeling it up your back. Maybe in your gluteus, in your butt.
Maybe even all the way up to your shoulders and arms, just noticing the sensations. Where are you feeling the stretch? Breathing in and breathing out. And we reached our 4 minutes. So bring your hands under your shoulders, press the floor away gently, gently, taking your time again. And then just remove the props to have some space. And then scoop your knees out and just bring the legs so that the feet are hip distance apart. And bring the hands to the back, so you're pointing the fingers away from you. But you want to have a proud chest here, so retract the shoulder blades. Looking at the horizon, and then just dropping the knees to your left, looking to your right. Breathe in, bring the knees back to the center. Breathe out, bring the knees to the right. Look to the left. Just notice the sensations in your legs doing this movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, let's come into our next pose. This one is not so long, but you may need to have a blanket here if you have a hard mat like me. I always like to be nice to my shins and my ankles. So just bring some more cushion here to the mat, and then just come into your knees. So you've got some options here. So you can bring the knees together here. I'll just show you from the back so you can see well. So we bring the hips on top of the knees, then we just keep the knees together but open the feet. And then we try to see if we can put one or two of these ones. Maybe you need two. So maybe you want to put two of these. And then you would sit like this, but try to keep the feet away from the legs. So that you're not sitting on your heels, so the feet are out. You can try with just one. Just maybe moving your calves a little bit to the side. So you're sitting on a hero pose here. Or you maybe even can sit without it. For you, it might be natural to just sit like this. All right? So just choose the position that feels right for you. And then when you're here, you can bring one or two blocks again to the back here if you need to. We're just not going to stay too long on this one, but just for a while, 2 minutes. So keep the knees together, keep your back really straight and nice, and then let's interlock the fingers and just place them on the bricks here. So you might need to move or on the floor, depending on your body and how deep you want to go. Maybe you just want to be here, opening the chest, retracting those shoulder blades, or maybe you don't need these and then you can just try to come deeper. It's up to you completely. Breathing in and breathing out. If with a cross fingers is not comfortable for you, you can release the hands and just bring the hands to the back. You may point the fingers a bit to the sides if you want to make it a little bit easier. So again, in gravity yoga, we're not too worried about correct alignment. So let's just breathe in, breathe out. Feel the release in your lower back here from the forward fold we did before. Just this inverted pose, like reversed pose, feels so nice. So try to keep the chin high, but not really letting go of your head down completely. So just keep supporting that head, engaging your sternocleidomastoids, so these muscles here on the sides.
looking towards the horizon there, a little bit high, like maybe looking at the nice full moon in the sky. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Check the time, yeah, 2 minutes, good timing. Gently come out of the pose, and now just bring the hands onto the floor, into front, and onto your side, so you can bring the weight into your hands, so shoulders on top of your wrists. So just press the floor away so you can release the knees and just bring the knees closer again into a child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Now let's just do something a little bit different. Let's come into a rabbit pose. Reset. So you can keep the blanket, you don't need to remove it if you're using it. Just make sure your hips are on the same line as the knees here. You can keep again the toes together. You can leave a little bit of space if you want to in between your knees, or you can just bring them closer. But I would suggest leaving some space in between and then tucking the toes. Now, with this alignment, just try to see if you can come first in your forearms here, and then maybe deeper. So maybe you need again some bricks and blocks if you want to, so you can have a little bit more space here. And then just try to see if you can bring your head in between them and the arms a bit higher on the blocks or even the bricks if you want. Breathing in and breathing out. If you want more intensity, you can use the bricks. So the higher the arms is, the bigger the stretch it could be. So just try it and then just see how it feels. If you don't like it, breathing in and breathing out. A lovely stretch here for the shoulders. And we're trying to bring our chin to the floor, trying to bring our chest to the floor here. Just a reset pose, so we don't need to stay here so long. So just remove your blocks away. And let's come into one more pose before our Shavasana. So this one is the block bridge. So you can remove your blanket if you don't need to. And we're going to need a block or again a rolled up towel blanket for this one. So if you don't have blocks, you can always use like a rolled up towel like this or a blanket. And then you would use this on your sacrum here instead of the block. So you can stack them if you have two blankets. So it's up to you. Maybe it's more comfortable than the blocks. It's not as hard, so it's always good to have alternatives. Otherwise, just come and let's have a 4 minutes count for this block bridge. So sit down and then maybe come into your forearms to come more gently into the floor. And then keep your feet hip distance apart. And let's pick up the brick here. You can keep the arms here for a moment. Just connect with the foot, find that connection, rooting down from your feet. Feet are parallel, so you have some space, the knees are not touching. So imagine that you have a brick here in between. And now we're going to press the feet floor. So make sure the knees are on top of the ankles, press the feet so you can lift the hips. Choose how you want to place your brick. So you can, easiest way is like this, put it on under your sacrum. And then the next one is like that, so you can lift a bit the hips a little bit higher and just place them here. Or if you want to go crazy, you can go on this one, which is a little bit too much. It starts like feeling a lot of pressure on your throat. But you can always come into your shoulders here to release that tension from the neck, Now you're releasing, adjust your hairstyle if you have a ponytail. So you created space here, and now you can just release. So you can decide what you want to do. 4 minutes, guys. Also, you can release the arms to the back, to the sides, and you can let go of one leg, maybe, or let go of both legs, maybe. If this is too much for you, you can bring the feet back to under the ankles, and you can adjust the brick into a position that is more comfortable for you. Just place this under your sacrum, so be careful not put it on your lumbar spine, so just the sacrum. And then let's breathe in and breathe out our gravity yoga breathing. Breathing in for 4, out for 8. And remember, you can stretch one leg or maybe stretch both legs. Keep breathing out, gravity yoga breathing, and just surrendering to this pose, noticing the sensations. The opening on the whole of your anterior chain, the front of the body, especially here around the hips, your belly, your chest, your thighs. Feel that beautiful opening, just melting, letting go. Wet noodle, first principle of gravity yoga. Breathing in, breathing out. Connecting to your beautiful breathing. Feeling closer to yourself, just you, your body, your breath, the sensations right now in your body. Where are you feeling again the stretch? Maybe you're feeling it in other parts, not only on the front. Maybe you're feeling it on your back, on lower back, maybe even your arms. Maybe you're experiencing some numbness or tingling somewhere in your body. Just noticing and breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. During our busy days, we never have time to even become aware of our breathing. How does it feel to breathe right now? Just noticing. "30 seconds to go." If you feel this is already too much and you want to let go, just make sure you bring one leg at a time, feet under the knees hip distance apart, and then you would press the feet hard on the floor to lift the hips so you can release the brick, and then gently return the vertebra back down to the mat. From the top, the cervical vertebra, the neck, to your thoracic, to your lumbar vertebra, and finally your sacrum. So let's all just do that together. Bringing one leg and the other. Pressing the feet down and just removing the brick. Releasing the shoulders here so you can bring the necks and then the thoracic and then the lumbar and finally your sacrum. And then maybe you want to bring one knee to the chest, then the other. And just stay a moment here. Not doing anything, just grabbing your knees. And only if it feels good, then you maybe want to bring some circling in one direction here, massaging that lower back. And then as you breathe in and out, reversing to other direction. And then you can just let go of your feet to the floor, come with the soles of the feet together, and then you can either release your arms to the sides or you can grab your elbows here above your head into Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclined bound angle, and you can just stay a moment here before coming into Shavasana, or you can just gently come to the side and prepare your room for your Shavasana if you want to, or just stay exactly where you are. If you want to prepare your room, maybe turning off the lights a little bit, maybe grabbing something so you feel more comfortable, more cozy. Maybe something to cover your eyes too, or just to wrap up. And you don't really need to sit down, you may to lay down, you may want to just sit down. If you have a meditation bolster, you can use it. Be quite comfortable for your relaxation meditation. And then just start to surrender to the mat. Start to let go. Time to just relax. To just be with yourself, with your body, with your mind, with your breath. Maybe adjusting your body, moving it a little bit until you find that place that is just right. And then just think of your breath moving in and out of your body, the sensations of your breathing, the temperature of your breath as it goes in, and then again as it goes out. And every breath you take in and out, you feel more and more relaxed. Noticing the sensations in your body. The weight of your body as you sit or lay down. Connecting, sinking into earth. And as you breathe and relax, feel that relaxation coming into all of your body. So from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. You feel just relaxed, calm. Using your breath as if your breath carries healing properties, and everywhere your breath goes in your body, you feel the tension melting more and more away. So starting at the top of your head now, imagine a feeling of warmth and softness beginning to spread down into your body. Feel the muscles in your face relax, your eye muscles, the temples, your forehead, the cheeks and jaw, all soften and let go of any tension. Feel this warmth flow down into your neck, releasing your shoulders, soothing the muscles in your upper arms, your forearms, your hands, all the way to your fingertips. Keep your mind light as you let yourself slip further and further into a dreamlike state of stillness. And just focus your mind on this warm, soothing feeling, gradually reaching all your body. Let the peaceful sensation flow into your chest and your stomach, soothing every muscle and relaxing your organs. Let this soothing sensation flow all the way down your spine, feeling every muscle in your back relax. Now feel your hips soften as the peaceful feeling starts to work its way through your lower body, soothing the muscles in your buttocks, your thighs and hamstrings at the back, becoming softer. Allow the warm relaxation flow to continue down through your knees and calves, ankles and feet. Let any remaining tension still anywhere in your body to flow out through the tips of your toes. Your body now begins to become totally loose and limp, as though you were a marionette with all the strings released, totally loose, totally limp. And you go deeper still. Sink into this serene sensation. Feel the deep state of calmness and register it in your mind so that you can remember it anytime you are feeling stressed out or anxious in your life. You can always come back to this place, to this moment. relaxed, light in your body and in your mind. Take a few more moments here in this special place, special time. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your attention back to the room, your awareness back to the present, becoming aware of more noises, space, sensations in your body, becoming more and more alert now. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And a couple more, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. One more, breathe in, breathing out. And then slowly start to invite more movement into your body. Fingertips and toes first, your extremities. Maybe you want to circle your wrists or your ankles. Maybe you want to circle your shoulders. Maybe you want to turn your neck from side to side. Maybe you want to grab your knees to your chest, or just stretch your body, bringing your arms overhead, stretching your legs deep, pointing the toes, pointing the fingers, whatever feels right to you right now to start to come back. And then come onto one side and stay there for a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, pressing the hand on the floor to help you to come up to seated. Come and sit in a comfortable position of your choice. And when you're ready, let's just circle the arms all the way up. Bring the palms together, leaving a little bit of a space in between. So you gather that beautiful warm energy and bring it into your heart, into your Anahata chakra. And then let's bring it into Ajna chakra, into your third eye. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.